The Treasury Building's monolithic design is a striking presence on the Brian Lara Promenade. It has been a place of firsts in Trinidad and Tobago's history, from its earliest incarnation to the stately building it is today. The Treasury Building is not just an important historical structure, but it is also one of the finest examples of Art Deco architecture in Trinidad. Upon his appointment as governor to Trinidad and Tobago, Sir Lewis Grant set about constructing the Treasury and Rum Bond in 1831. The building took up a large area between the southern ends of St. Vincent and Edward Streets. A significant part of the upper floor of the building housed government offices, as well as Grant's own residence. The building also held a newsroom and a general post office. On August 1, 1834, thousands of enslaved people gathered in front of the building's steps as the Emancipation Proclamation was read by Governor Sir George Fitzgerald Hill. However, the announcement that slavery was being replaced with a mandatory 6-year apprenticeship system incensed the crowd, whose freedom was being snatched away again. They began to protest, demanding immediate freedom, shouting "Partisans, partisans," French for no 6 years. Hill called in the militia to disperse the crowd. 4 years later, on August 1, 1838, a new ordinance brought an end to the apprenticed laborer system. Finally, full emancipation for all.
And it must have been an incredibly emotional moment for the ex-slaves of Trinidad, because there is this massive change in station in life. There's a massive change in mode of existence that took place. It was one of those instantaneous moments when the paradigm had shifted. And the Treasury Building, what was then known as the old government buildings, was one of the most emotionally charged places in Trinidad at that point in history.
On June 25, 1932, the building was consumed by fire and destroyed.
And it was one of the spectacular fires of Port of Spain's history, because it had never ceased being a rum bond. So when it caught fire, all the rum caught fire with it, and the gutters outside the building were running with liquid fire.
The foundation stone for the new Treasury Building was laid in 1936. Final construction on the Treasury and General Post Office building was completed in 1938. It was designed by British architect Hubert Brinsley in the Art Deco style.
Out of Art Nouveau, there was a transition to Art Deco, which was very, very simple architecture. Very little embellishment, very little decoration. The discipline of the building reflects what a treasury should be: disciplined and secure.
The dramatic exterior of the building was made of concrete and black granite. Sturdy iron safes were imported from Britain and have stood the test of time. Some of them are still in use today. The Treasury Building has been home to such agencies as the General Post Office, the Central Bank, and the Auditor General's Department. In 1966, it became the first site of the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. Since the mid-80s, however, it has been solely occupied by the Treasury Division. On August 1, 1985, 147 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was read on the steps of what is now the Treasury Building, crowds of people gathered in front of the building again, but this time it was to commemorate the first Emancipation Day holiday. Today, this stately building is important not only for its function in architecture, but also for its history.